Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA Senior here on the Beretta channel. I'm sure that's where this video is going to go because young Beretta really wanted me to do this video. Right here, we have the Springfield Armory model SA35. The one he bought used that was completely redone is immaculate on this thing. And we do believe the original owner did that. It is a beautiful pistol, very, very nicely finished. It came with like 5 or 6 magazines, and young Beretta paid a steep price for it, but probably worth it, right? Still haven't fired it yet, as far as I know, unless he went and fired it with his friends. I haven't been to the range with it, so I look forward to shooting it at the range. And on the same day, we'll probably bring this Tisas Regent BR9 SS, stands for stainless steel, with us to compare. I'm going to point out a couple of differences on these guns. Here you'll see the nicely done sights on this Tisas Regent. So similar. Let's get this in the light there, where you can see the side of the gun here where the extractors are, the very small extractors, external. One thing I did notice, look at where the hammers are when they're back. See how much closer that hammer is to where your hand would be, and how much further away this hammer is on the Springfield Armory compared to where your hand would be. When I was racking the Regent many times, no magazine in right now, no ammo, you can see where my hand rides right where you kind of don't want it to ride. And when the hammer is down, that smacks you right there. And that's just from a normal grip. I'm not trying to ride it high. That's just my normal grip on the gun. So this could be a painful experience. Where this, again, nothing in it. I'll do the same thing. I'll grab it. I'll force it back real quick. It may touch it, but it doesn't hit it at all or bind it in between because the hammer sticks out a little bit further. So it's not going to hit your skin of your hand between the back of the pistol right here and the bottom of the hammer, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. I learned the hard way on the Regent, and no such issue on the Springfield Armory SA35. That could be a deal breaker right there for many people, at least if you have bigger mitts. Maybe if you have small hands, you can get away with this. But I'm not trying to ride any higher on this gun than I normally would ride, right? Because I'd ride it at the top, my finger's straight right here. So it's the same location, it just has that right there. And because the hammer comes down a little bit further, it didn't really hit me that time, but you can see where it's going to be when it comes back and hits every time. 13 plus 1. Here's a 15 round magazine. So you'd be 15 plus 1. You'd be 16 rounds of 9mm. Hammer back. You'd have a round in the chamber. You'd have this little safety on right here. Okay. On this beautiful gun right here, this is a 13 rounder by Metgar. Let's just prove it locks back, which it does. 15 rounder, oops, go ahead and prove it. 15 rounds. And there you go. So you should be 15 plus 1 for 16 rounds in either gun. Steel gun, right around 29 ounces. So just a little heavier than a Glock 17. And obviously speaks back to the tradition of the excellent Browning high power. You don't copy guns left and right unless it's a great design to begin with, i.e. the 1911. If you don't believe that, check out all the things that have happened with the 1911 in the last just 20 years. All the companies that are making 1911s, custom 1911s. So here we are with the Browning high power, and pretty much these companies are doing the same thing. I think this one does it quite a bit better than this one. But we tested this one, let's do it again. Oh, before we go test the triggers and everything, I just wanted to throw this out there real quick. Both these guns are wearing LOK Grips from LOK Grips. This is a grenade texture on both. This is like an olive drab, and this is like a red and black. This is the stock panel that comes on the grip from Tisas. And then these are the grips that came with the Springfield Armory. Both these pistols were purchased used, very, very slightly used by young Beretta. Guns.com or wherever he got them from. So that's what they look like in stock form. So if you like them in stock form, keep them in stock form. We work with LOK Grips and we absolutely love their grips. This is a little slicker, believe it or not, even though it doesn't look like it'd be slick. This is slick. This is, you can hear it. Yeah, you got some texture there. Anyway, a great company, an American company that we work with, LOK Grips. So now I'll get these out of the way, and I wanted to show you guys some trigger stuff. We tested this a couple times in its solo video and it was 5.1 to 5.5. I'll test it one time on camera here. You gotta kind of get it at the bottom and kind of pull it a little bit at an angle. So you're down here at the bottom and you're pulling a little bit at an angle. Wow, I did that perfect. 4 pounds, 5.4 ounces. 4 pounds, 11.7 ounces. Single action, of course, right? Slightly used, so a little bit of a break-in on that. And now the Springfield Armory SA35. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. Wow, so just under 5 pounds for this one. I like both guns, but I tell you, the SA35, because of the way the hammer is done, because of the a little bit more protection to your skin and stuff, I think I like it a little bit better. We talked about this one in its last video about what it sounds like when it resets. So let's listen to this. That was it. Now here it is the rest of the way out. So not a very good trigger. I think I gave it like a 5 out of 10. And the reason why is because the action when you shoot the gun is very good. I mean, it doesn't move. It just stacks up real strong right there. And then it snaps. So the shooting is good. The reset is not. Yeah. Let's see this. Coming out. Halfway. Same thing, guys. A little lighter on the trigger when you're shooting it, but the reset also, not the best. There's halfway. Almost all the way out. You heard it. So, taking the shot is excellent. You're probably gonna want to just slap it. Boom, 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 just like that. I don't think I would try to even train to look for the reset on these things. And that may not be what some of you wanted to hear, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. I don't know what anybody else is saying, but this part is good. It firms up, it does not move. And then 5.5 pounds later, it falls. So shooting the gun is great. Reset on the trigger is garbage. You might as well just slap the trigger, crank off that next round as quickly as possible. Okay, in closing, guys, I think this one is pretty much totally stock, except for maybe the magazine disconnect is out of it. We'll find out for sure when we take it to the range. That's how I like to find out for sure. Actually shoot off a couple rounds and then shoot it with no magazine in it. Business end looks really nice. It's a blacked out rear sight with a white dot up there in the front. It's got a U-notch on it, man. It looks pretty good. It's pretty quick. The finish back here is very nice. The hammer I already told you I absolutely love because it hangs out there a little ways. There's another look at that. Comparing the two, right? I mean, that's a pretty big difference right there. The backs of the guns, you know, stainless steel in this one. Might be able to see the way the gun is fit here in the stainless steel a little bit better, but believe me, the blued one is just as tight and just as nice looking. Yeah, they're cool, man. They are a couple of cool pistols that are full metal. 16 rounds of 9mm. You got a little bit of mag well work done here, guys. Can you see that? There you go. Yep, a little bit of work on the mag well done here. And you do not have that on this gun. It's just flat and a straight cut. All right, I think that's it for these two. 29.5 ounces, somewhere in there. There's probably about a $400 price difference, let's say, between the two. I think that would be relatively close. It'd be a little bit smaller than that for the just bone stock Springfield SA35. It'd be probably more like, what? Almost a $300 difference between the two, stock to stock. Which one is better? Right now, I'm leaning towards this one right here. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, the Beretta 9mm USA channel and the CZ 9mm USA channel for more guns and gear videos coming up in the future. We'll see you guys at the next video. And remember, your Second Amendment is always worth protecting.